What's up and welcome back. I'm Steph SABRAW, joined by Andrew Flash Gordon.
What's up?
Today we're going to watch a video called Can You Actually Win Money on Game Shows? As someone who doesn't really know much about game shows, I'm curious what this video is actually going to be about and what it will tell us.
Yeah, I thought it was going to say how much you actually get taxed on game show winning money.
I do know that. Apparently it's a lot with the lotto, all of that. If it's easy money, you get taxed because the government loves taxing, at least in America and the States. I wonder how it is worldwide. But this is from Jaiden Animations. Thank you, Jaiden Animations, for letting us watch this video. I'm curious what rabbit hole we're going down in, but thank you for joining us in this journey. Before we get into it, make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon, all notifications, and vote this up. Okay, let's see if we can actually win money. I like winning money.
Hey, just wanted to mention you can buy our new Jaiden anime figure bundle on jaidenanimations.com. Cool, thank you. Game shows. People's favorite way to fantasize about how to win a lot of money and look really cool in front of the entire country. Everyone has sat down in front of a good old Deal or No Deal and watched the middle-aged white people pick the obvious wrong cases while Howie Mandel just smiles. And if you were on that show, you could do so much better because lucky case number 24 has never let you down. Well, today I'm gonna live that fantasy and prove how easy it is to actually win money on game shows.
What?
With my friends Jordan and Kelsey, we're gonna simulate 3 of America's favorite game shows and see how much money we can collectively win. Let's see.
Okay, this is actually fun. I didn't know what this video was gonna have in store, but this is cool. I watched Price is Right growing up a little bit. Like, I feel like my auntie had it on sometimes, and so we'd watch it like here and there. And then Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Yeah, see, I always thought the price was wrong, or at least that's what Happy Gilmore said. But yeah, no, Price is Right, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, Family Feud, Deal or No Deal, of course. No, there's plenty of fun game shows to pick from, but those were the main staples
ones
that I usually watched as well.
Yeah.
And Wheel of Fortune.
Oh, yeah, classic.
Yeah, Jeopardy.
A classic. People still love Jeopardy.
Oh, yeah.
So.
How hypothetically rich we could have gotten. The first game we tried was Family Feud. 90% of you guys know Family Feud, and I see you. But for the ones who don't, the show asks 100 random people survey questions, and you have to guess what their most common answers are to get points. I thought this was gonna be easy. Steve Harvey sets you up with a dirty question, you scream naked grandma, and then they give you money. But the moment this poser of a host walked out, I knew I was out of my element.
Ari Tofu family?
Up against the Ari Tofus. Let's play family.
That's not Steve Harvey. The game lets you build your family, and I was just gonna make me and my 2 birds, Ari and Tofu, and randomize the last 2 members. Looking back, I probably should have just made Jordan and Kelsey because they were right there. But somehow the game randomized to Walter White.
What?
So we just kind of went with it.
Interesting.
You can see them the stretching.
Walter White.
That's Walter
I
White.
like how they all came to that conclusion right away because it does
really
look
him.
like him.
Wait, what?
Good.
Look,
That's
it's so good.
I've never seen Breaking Bad, but I would have been like that too. Said Walter White.
Name a president whose face appears on money. To which
George
President
Washington.
Lincoln and
Abraham
the
Lincoln,
opposing
Benjamin
family,
Franklin.
the Hortons, answered Roosevelt. And America must have been thinking the same thing I was, which was, wait, Roosevelt is on money? Because we got the higher score and got to keep guessing more answers. We very confidently punched in Washington, which was first, and then realized we didn't have any more guesses.
Hamilton. Well, he's not a president.
Obama? After 3 strikes of
Madison.
wrong answers, the Hortons buzzed Hamilton, which is stupid because Alexander Hamilton wasn't even a president to begin with. Everyone who experienced 2015 knows that.
Grant.
I mean, they steal all the points?
No,
If
Hamilton.
What, like the Alexander?
Ulysses S. Grant.
If I know something,
He's on the $50 bill.
Hamilton is not a president.
Like the Graham Bell? Alexander Graham Bell?
Hamilton? He's
Wait,
not a president.
That's outrageous. I want to know why, but it's funny that they said if you lived through 2015, you know Hamilton's not a president, because absolutely, I feel like even if you didn't watch the play, you know the premise of the play.
Yeah, I thought isn't Ulysses S. Grant on the $50 bill? I thought that would be the answer, no?
Yeah, I guess maybe they're proving the point.
Points. BS. Name a president. Alexander Hamilton. Ding, 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 ding. Here's all the points. America is so dense and uneducated, they are literally pumping wrong answers into Family Feud, and I am suffering because of it. Name a fruit. Hot dog. Going into round 2, we were down just a bit at 0 points to 96, but we swept the next prompt. Something that helps a baby go to sleep. Milk. Round 3 hit the fan again. Something you might lose as you get older. We were on a roll with hair, teeth, memory, hearing, and memory. We got a strike because I said parents, and even though that's literally 100% correct, guaranteed, it wasn't on there. There was one answer left we needed to figure out, and we came up with vision, which we were very confident in, but received another strike.
Maybe if they would have said Hamilton.
Flabbergasted. I was hearing on there, but not vision. We threw out a half-assed walking, got our last strike, and it was given to the Hortons. Strangely enough, they ended up passing. Guess they couldn't think of anything. But you know what the answer was revealed to be?
Oh, God.
Eyesight.
That's vision. That's vision.
America is so lucky the Hortons passed on answering, because if they answered eyesight and took all our points again after we said vision, it would have started my villain arc.
Ridiculous.
With a strong point lead of 224 to 96, we are now entering a double points round. What's something people alphabetize? Names. Soup. 4 Americans thought they were being funny in the Family Feud surveys, and I am yet again suffering because of it. So the Hortons can play, but they end up passing again for some reason.
Who has enough soup that you can alphabetize it? Gwyneth Paltrow, I heard she eats soup every day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, people were ragging on her about her diet.
I have bone broth every day. I guess you would...
I have bone broth too now.
I mean, I only have 2 different ones, so if I'm going to alphabetize it, it's just one.
It's really important you alphabetize it.
Family Feud's giving me something new to think about.
That family only alphabetizes soup. We tried music, children, we ran out of ideas and just said soup again. Nothing was right. The answers ended up being address book, files, recipes, lists,
makes sense.
And spices. Which spices, I beg to differ. There's no way the typical American has curry powder and garam masala in the front.
Never.
They have salt, pepper, and garlic powder, and everything gets shoved in the back until they die. So now...
That's facts.
So I have garlic pepper, I have Redmond salt. I mean, those are usually the only 2 I use, but in the past I've used many others, and I have never personally ever alphabetized my spices. Have you?
No, I'm like a spice queen. I love spices, but I definitely don't alphabetize them because that doesn't make sense. I feel like you'd alphabetize it if you need something in order, like that's how you grab it.
I mean, I know where all my spices are, so I'll find it right away. If you go to the grocery store, I get why they alphabetize it. It makes sense. It's like the garlic pepper's right there.
Right.
That makes sense.
Grocery store.
But I mean, we don't have that much variety at our homes. I mean, we get spices, but I mean, as long as I just put it in the drawer and I know where the spices are, I don't personally need to alphabetize that. So
yeah.
I find that intriguing that was part of the alphabetize. But obviously, like lists and files and that, totally, that I get.
They give you one last prompt with one answer, and if you guess it, you get the chance to actually win money. Name something that runs on gasoline besides a car. I buzz in with a strong bus, which was incorrect. I'm not wrong, though. I see you going to the comments. Google says a bus is a separate vehicle from trucks, cars, vans, lorries, etc. It is not any of them. That's what Google says.
I said a plane or a boat.
Lawnmower.
Huh?
Whatever. All we proved was America's bogging down Family Feud with their stupid wrong answers. I don't want to win that dumb freedom money anyway. With $0 in our pocket, we moved on to The Price is Right. I've actually never watched this game show before, so I was learning as we went. 4 lucky contestants from the audience are given a random item, and the closest one to guess the actual price of it without going over is selected to come up on stage and play more games to earn money. And I learned that even if I was one of the lucky 4 people selected, I wouldn't even get the chance to be on the actual show. The game gave me 6 chances to be the closest one to the price of the items, and I lost every single one. But hypothetically, even if I miraculously was the winner and taken on stage, I still would have won nothing. I tried twice for content and still ended up with $0. So we're entering our last game show of the day, and we've got a whopping $0 to our name after being on 2 of the most popular shows created. We really need to make this one count because I am I'm going to look like such an idiot if I was on 3 game shows and came back with 0 money. We walk out on stage. The spotlight finds us.
Are you smarter
Jeff
than a 5th grader?
Foxworthy raises the microphone to his mouth and welcomes us
Are you smarter
to
than a 5th
Are
grader?
You Smarter Than a 5th Grader? The show where you're given trivia children up to grade 5 are taught. Answer them all correctly and we could be leaving the show with $1 million in our pockets. But fail and you're doomed to know you're not smarter than a literal child who has to raise their hand to go to the bathroom. That's Jeff's favorite line to drop when people lose. He says it all the time. It's like his go-to roast. Every couple of questions, you have to pick a child they have provided to help you out. You're given the chance to either peek at their answer or copy their answer, but you can only do those once. They're like your child lifelines. I picked Jeremy as our first little buddy. I liked his enthusiasm, and he gave us a really good high five. The subject we chose was under 4th grade math, and the question was, how many lines of symmetry are found on the following shape? It showed us a picture of a pentagon. I accidentally thought it was a hexagon at first, which was not my finest moment. And then it glitched and never went away. We couldn't get the pentagon to disappear and literally couldn't read the multiple choice answers.
Oh my God.
Our thoughts were, since we wanted to punch in the answer of 1, yes, I know, another not the finest moment. Look, I was stressed, okay? The Pentagon was freaking me out. I wanted to say 1. Surely they would have put the answers in ascending order, A being the smallest number and D being the highest. So we locked in A, hoping it was 1.
Lock in.
Oh, man.
Locking in.
Oh my God.
First of all, 7 was completely the opposite of what we were trying to say.
Right.
Second of all, we wouldn't have been right in the first place. And third of all, Jeremy ended up saving our hides.
Yeah.
So besides being able to either peek at or copy your student's answer, if you ever get something wrong but the kid gets it right, you get to be saved and are still in the game. Like the rest of the lifelines, it can only be applied once, and Jeremy was here to be our Pentagon-knowing hero. Anyway, we restarted. That attempt, we weren't counting that one because that was just a practice round, and the forever lasting Pentagon wasn't fair. It messed with our heads, but this one's for real now. Attempt 2 started and was going well. We ended up getting to the 6th question without any problems, but of course, as our luck would have it, we were given another glitch question where they gave us an image, and then we can't read the answers. This time the question was from 4th grade social studies.
That's a
What is the
Washington
shape of the following landmark?
looks
And then
like
it
it.
showed us this. I didn't know what it was called, but Kelsey was sure it was the obelisk, and we could barely see that as answer C. Even though we were 99% sure we should just lock in C, I wanted to play it safe and copy our chosen student Alicia's answer. So we copied her, and Jeff Foxworthy revealed the correct answer, which was C, obelisk. Jordan, Kelsey, and I all celebrated because we were right, but in a very unfortunate turn of events, it was revealed that Alicia punched her answer in as B, pyramid.
Yikes.
What, you little... Oh my God. Attempt 3. We really wanted to do 1 attempt each with the game shows because on national TV, you've only got 1 shot to make your money. But I don't think there's ever been times on Are You Smarter Than a 5th Grader where Jeff Foxworthy tapes the obelisk to your face and makes you guess on while you're locking in.
I
This
would like
time,
to see
I'll
that.
say it now, we didn't get any questions where the pictures perpetually blocked the answers. It was all a fair fight, and whatever we win on this try is what we're going with. And it was going well. Really well, in fact. 3rd grade animal science. Which of the following animals has 8 arms? Octopus.
That's easy.
I knew that one. 3rd grade music. A symbol that represents the duration and pitch is also known as what? Musical note. Then we got stuck on 5th grade measurements. 9 meters is how many yards? I don't know that. I am an unfortunate slave to the imperial system. So we decided to copy Juliet's answer, which was 9.8. She was right. We got to move on, even passing the $25,000 benchmark question. That means if we end up flunking out from this point on, we still get to leave with $25K. Solid, but we're going for that $1 million. By the way, I had no idea you could win that much money on this show.
I didn't
They could ask
either.
you, what's this? And then you say the color wheel, and then you can walk out with $300,000. That's absolutely bonkers. Anyway, we were getting far. Really far. 50,000, 100,000, 175,000, 300,000. We were still in it. The $500,000 question arrived. 4th grade inventors. Which inventors' improvements to the steam engine were instrumental in starting the Industrial Revolution? We didn't know. None of the choices seemed right, as in, we didn't know who any of them were besides Benjamin Franklin, and I don't think he did that. After a lot of back and forth, we decided to guess on Robert Fulton, which was the wrong answer.
Is it Edison?
We were out. But then we realized we still had hope. We hadn't been saved yet. If the student we chose during this round got it right, we can still keep going. Jordan, Kelsey, and I looked to our side to realize Alicia. The girl who thought this was a pyramid.
Amazing.
We're doomed. We had no more child lifelines left. Where was Jeremy when we needed him? She reveals her answer. James Watt. She was right.
Come on, Alicia.
You were just saved by someone who needs to raise their hand to go to the bathroom. Jeff, we made it. We got to the $1 million question. Apparently, they tell you what the subject is going to be, and if you don't want to take it, you can still walk away with $500,000, which is very generous. But the catch is, it's not multiple choice. You have to submit your answer yourself, which, being real, if I was really on this show,
take the money.
I would just be like, all right, cool, see ya, and settle on the $500,000.
Right.
Are you kidding me? That's $500,000.
But what's
I've
the
proven enough
alternative
here.
if
I'm
you
going
lose?
home now. But for the sake of the video,
You
we
win
went
nothing,
all
I
in.
think.
The subject was
I
earth
know they
science.
said you were guaranteed certain amounts.
And the question was, what do you call the process of heating water into steam and then cooling it to purify it? To which I was like, I don't know. But miraculously, Jordan knew it.
I might know this.
Fucking,
Oh my god, I don't know this.
that's distillation.
Is it?
Good job, babe.
Yeah, right?
How do you spell that?
DIST.
Isn't that what you do to alcohol?
Yeah, ILL.
Oh,
Distill.
really?
I'm pretty sure.
It's a better word than I would have said.
I would have said, Jeff, I don't know.
Locking
I hope so. I hope.
I hope they're not like
okay.
catches distillation.
Here's the correct word. Condensation.
Now locked in for the final time.
Oh my God, fingers
$1 million
crossed.
is on the line.
Everyone
First
in
of
the
all,
audience crossed their
congratulations for
arms at the
getting
same
to the end of the
time.
line.
They're
It's not
pissed.
easy. You will lose $475,000
so
and walk out of here with
$25,000 is still
$25,000, you're
juicy amount.
guaranteed.
That's a good amount.
Like, I'd still be happy. Like, very happy.
No, I wouldn't if
too.
I couldn't walk away with
Oh,
500 and I got
sorry.
25.
No? What is
I
it?
can't believe what a moron I am.
You're
this
not
is
a
my
moron.
bad.
Show us the
What?
correct answer,
Distillation.
I swear to God.
We were right. We were right. We were right.
Yeah, they're right.
No. We won that $1 million. I don't care what the game says. We won that $1 million
you did.
fair and
I knew
square.
that was
It's
gonna happen.
distillation, not distilling. Shut up, Jeff Foxworthy. Go back to making
It's Leviosa.
Not Leviosa.
It's Leviosa, not Leviosa.
Yeah.
barbecue sauce. So let's see what we
Tomato,
made.
tomato.
Family Feud? Nothing. Price is Right? Wouldn't have even made it on stage.
25,
Are you
but
smarter
really
than
a
a
million.
fifth grader? Hypothetically, $1 million. I'm happy with that.
Come on, Dr. Evil.
First of all, before we even talk about the video, I love all the animation that they came up with. So clever, and I love the humor of this channel. Really freaking funny.
I love Jaiden animations. I'm like now a fan. I think this is so adorable.
Yes.
Also, love your voice.
That does happen on certain game shows where you'll have a word that's literally like that, but it's not the exact
Right.
spelling of the
they
word.
like want that to happen.
Yeah, but I really feel like on that particular case, I mean, you got it. Like, you had the actual word. You just said distilling versus distillation. I love when they did the Family Feud one and, like, they put vision and it said eyesight or something. I'm like, same thing. And then, obviously, in regards to Price is Right, I'm really bad at guessing certain prices at the grocery store. I mean, prices are always constantly changing. And even now today, when I'm like, this is what I think it's going to be. I mean, when I go to the grocery store, I think I'm going to spend a certain amount. Like yesterday, I thought I was only going to spend 30 or 40 bucks with everything I currently had. And I forgot we were in 2023 and I ended up
Right.
spending over 120 bucks.
Yeah,
So.
that sounds right.
Yeah, so in regards to the Price is Right, one of my good friends, Elmer, he's an absolute pro. Like, I've watched that show with him. He 99% of the time he'll get. I'm like, dude, you need to go on this show. You are a pro. But Yeah, I've always been terrible at that one, but I've never really watched Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? I think for the fact that if I don't want to feel like I'm not as smart as a fifth grader if I get anything wrong, but it's an intriguing show.
I know, it's so demeaning. I love the 3 games that they picked. I think it's funny that the way they did the video is clear that they actually gave it one try and weren't like, let's try until we do better. It was so true to form. They didn't even make it past Price is Right intro, so we didn't even get to see how the game played out.
Yeah.
Which is probably what happens to most people who try to be on Price is Right. I remember learning about Mesopotamia. Who's talking about Mesopotamia now? And then you get asked about those questions and then you just feel like an idiot. The one that is, I still watch clips of, probably because Steve Harvey is still in the zeitgeist of conversation, is Family Feud.
Yeah.
Family Feud's genuinely funny, and Steve Harvey, because he's a comedian, is such a good host.
Yeah, no, I definitely still like, every once in a while, I still like watching that when
I'll watch clips.
Yeah, I'll watch clips like on YouTube or something. I still like watching clips of Wheel of Fortune. Jeopardy, I mean, it's a really tough game. I love when they ask movie trivia questions. I'm always down to watch that because I'm like, yes, I finally feel smarter than these people who always know like the actual tough questions. And then, this is so easy, how didn't you know it? And then when they ask the other tough question, I'm sure they'd be like, well, Andrew, I didn't you know that one? So I'm like, okay, touche. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? There's definitely a lot of clips out there that I love re-going to. There was actually, I don't know if you ever saw it, because I watched this one YouTube video a while back. They showed scandals in game shows, and this one guy, he was like a general or something. He was retired. He had his wife in the crowd. Every time that the right answer was being, because it's multiple choice. Every time the person said the host said the right answer, his wife. She would clear her throat on the right answer, and then after he won the $1 million, there was an investigation. It was really bad. I mean, they've reviewed the tape, because anytime someone wins $1 million, they're going to review the tape.
Yeah, you're not walking away easy with that money.
I mean, but no, there's legit cases where someone did not cheat. They legit got
they're still checking though.
But they're going to double check just to make sure, hey, we want to make sure nothing fishy happened here.
You're still gambling.
Yeah.
There's people on the gambling floor looking.
Yeah, but like when it comes to the one I just described to you, like he kept saying, I think it's this one, but let me see. So it's and every time he would say the answer is what. It's painfully obvious you guys are cheating right now. Yeah, no, this was a really fun video. Again, I love the animation. I love the humor. She's got a wonderful voice, as you mentioned. I can totally understand why they're about to hit 12 million subscribers now. It's a fun channel, and when we stop filming, you will get another subscriber from me.
This was awesome. I really like this video. Super cute. And a reminder of I would never enter in these games in the first place. It's too much pressure, man. Maybe down the line I would do Celebrity Feud.
I'll say this too, when it comes to trivia, like when you're watching it from not on camera, not in front of like millions of people watching it, it's a lot easier. There's no pressure. It's like, that was so easy, and I'm not defending them. I'm just making a point. Like, that was so easy. How did they get that wrong? When you're actually playing, even when you get the simplest question, just now that the pressure's on, there's cameras on you, you know millions of people are going to watch it. Even for easy questions, unless it's the most basic of questions, it's a lot more pressure-filled and tougher than you think.
Yeah. So thank you, Jaiden Animations. This was a fun one. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon, all notifications, and vote this up. I'm STEPH SABRAW. This is
Andrew Flash Gordon.
Much love.